It was the most beautiful, perfect morning, clear sky, the bluest blue you've ever seen.
By the time I got off the train, the first impact had already happened.
I remember coming out of the train station, walking around, and seeing everyone look in that direction.
I saw the hordes of people walking uptown past our office.
There were going to be some immediate needs, there were going to be lots of unknown needs, and the Mental Health Association had to be involved in the response.
I knew right away that MHA had to step up and do its best to help New York. And believe that the way we could do that would be through our LifeNet hotline network.
Cell phones weren't working, emergency numbers, nothing was working.
Miraculously, our LifeNet backup lines kept on going. Within days after 9/11, the New York Community Trust created the September 11th Fund and gave LifeNet a first grant to more than double our capacity.
Project Liberty was the FEMA-funded disaster mental health response that was administered through the New York State Office of Mental Health.
I don't know what we would have done without LifeNet being in place in the days and weeks and months after 9/11.
Their resource and referral specialists knew what was happening all around the city. So they were the central nervous system of Project Liberty's communications.
When all of these resources were available, people had to find them, and they were able to find them through 1-800-LifeNet.
MHA was really masterful in bringing those organizations together and addressing people's needs as individuals, but also as organizations. They were the only organization doing that.
It was a place to share experiences and ideas and interventions.
Collaboration was incredibly important to the success of Project Liberty and to the success of the mental health response after 9/11.
New Yorkers have come together again to provide free, skilled, one-on-one or group counseling.
So join the second wave of relief and feel free to feel better.
The calls to the LifeNet hotline went from 3,000 to 10,000 calls a month and have never gone down.
We became the nexus for all the mental health treatment services that were provided for people who were affected.
We were the original point of entry for the 9/11 mental health benefit.
The benefit made it so easy for people to get help. It opened the door for them. And it's tough for cops to open that door.
Those are probably some of my favorite calls because many of the men that we spoke to, a lot of them were very reluctant in getting mental health treatment.
Firefighters are very much people who see themselves as helping others and not in a position to receive help themselves.
They really struggled and they said, I've spent my whole life helping people and I never thought I would need help.
The Red Cross and the Mental Health Association, we all feel very proud to have created a benefit that can provide for the greater population, but in particular for those first responders.
To be a human being who looks danger in the face and knows that if I take this step or try and help this person, I may in fact lose my life, is something quite extraordinary. They don't like the term hero, but I think we're stuck with it.
We wanted to work alongside them to make sure that they got all the help they needed.
MHA came of age after 9/11.
We began to understand that we're able to provide services for people not only in the New York City area, but for people around the country.
We've partnered with the federal government and with the American Red Cross to help victims of other disasters, Hurricane Katrina and the Gulf oil spill.
I don't think any city's fabric is complete without a group that provides the type of help that the Mental Health Association provides.
It's a great organization. It's an institution. It has to be supported. It's what makes New York good.
As I look back and I see how we've grown, and I see what a remarkable journey our organization has had over the past 10 years, I'm so proud.
I'm proud of the behavioral health system and New York City's Department of Mental Health and the State Office of Mental Health and all of us that worked together, came together at that critical time. And with MHA being able to be an important part of that, to me, makes me proud not only to be with the Mental Health Association of New York City, but makes me proud to be a New Yorker.